Exporting analysis results and reports. In this lesson, we learn to save our customer analytics results and survey insights. Exporting insights is essential for sharing findings with teams, management, or clients. We demonstrate how to generate Excel, CSV, PDF, and text-based reports from real datasets. By the end, you will know how to automate reporting and select the best formats for business impact. Running the cell now. We import pandas for data analysis. We import NumPy for numerical work and reproducibility. We import OpenML to load real public datasets easily. We import warnings to manage warning messages. We suppress warnings to keep our analysis output clean. Running the cell now. Understanding data structures for exporting results. Market research datasets often include survey responses, ratings, demographic fields, and text feedback. Each column may represent a measure such as satisfaction, likelihood to recommend, or revenue. Beginners sometimes export incomplete data, forget to anonymize, or mislabel summarized results. Paying attention to data types and missing information is crucial to deliver reliable reports. Running the cell now. We begin with the Customer Satisfaction Survey dataset. We load a customer satisfaction survey from OpenML. We convert it to a pandas data frame for analysis. Let us check the dataset shape to understand its scope. Here are the first 3 records providing a preview of the data. Running the cell now. The output shows a dataset with 7,043 rows and 20 columns, containing customer service-related features such as demographics, service usage, and billing details. Notice the mix of categorical columns like gender and contract, alongside numerical columns like monthly charges and total charges, which is important to check before exporting. This step confirms the dataset's completeness and structure, helping avoid common pitfalls like missing or mislabeled data in reporting. We create a synthetic Net Promoter Score survey dataset for reporting exercises. We generate an example dataset where each row is a customer NPS response. Let us check how many records and columns are in the data. Preview the first 3 survey records to understand the structure. Running the cell now. The output shows a data frame with 500 rows and 4 columns, confirming the dataset size and structure for export. Key columns include a unique customer ID, age as a numeric demographic, region as a categorical variable, and NPS_score representing the Net Promoter Score. Noticing the data types and completeness here helps ensure accurate analysis and prevents errors in subsequent reporting. Business leaders want a summary table of important customer variables. Let us summarize customer satisfaction data on gender, tenure, charges, and churn. We print out the descriptive statistics that will later be exported. Running the cell now. This summary output shows key statistics across different data types in the dataset, highlighting counts, unique values, and central tendencies. Notice the gender and churn columns have categorical summaries like unique counts and top categories, while numeric fields like tenure and monthly charges show means and quartiles. This helps ensure all relevant measures are properly understood and ready for accurate export without missing or mislabeled data. We export descriptive statistics to a CSV file for further review. We save the summary table as a CSV file to be shared with stakeholders. Running the cell now. Let us view the exported CSV to confirm our summary is saved correctly. Regional NPS averages are often part of executive reports. We calculate the mean NPS score for each region. We print a quick summary to highlight which region has the highest promoter score. Running the cell now. This output shows the average Net Promoter Score, NPS, for each region, summarized in a clear, tabular format with 2 key columns, region and the mean NPS_score. Notice how grouping by a region helps us compare regional satisfaction levels directly, which is essential for accurate and meaningful reporting in market research. Ensuring these aggregated results are correctly labeled and complete supports reliable insights and prevents export errors. Excel reports are universal in business presentations. We export the regional NPS averages to an Excel file for managers. Running the cell now. Let us open the Excel NPS report to check the output and discuss with our team. Sometimes, we need a quick metric summary for email or chat. We create a simple text report summarizing total customers and churn rate. The output is easy to copy, paste, and share informally. Key insights are written line by line into a plain text file. We check the result is saved and ready to be shared. Running the cell now. This output confirms that the summary text file was successfully created, containing key metrics like total customer count and churn rates. Notice how the code extracts overall size and normalized counts from the data to provide clear, concise insights ready for sharing. This step emphasizes the importance of exporting clean, interpretable summaries for reliable communication of survey results. Now let us open the text file to review our most important quick metrics. It is crucial to check for missing data before exporting to avoid misinterpretation. We tally the number of missing values by column. Seeing missing data helps us ensure our exports do not hide data gaps. We create a clean version by dropping all rows with missing responses. Running the cell now. This output shows the count of missing values per column in the survey dataset, with all zeros indicating no missing data remains after cleaning. It confirms that the dropner step successfully removed incomplete responses, ensuring the exported data is complete and reliable. Noticing zero missing values here highlights the importance of handling missing data before reporting or analysis. Practice tip: before every export, check for missing or invalid values and document how you handled them. Analysts often send clean data files to business partners. We export the cleaned customer survey dataset as a CSV. A clean file allows deeper, reliable analysis by other teams. Running the cell now. Let us open the clean survey export to check that only valid rows remain. Sometimes, business requests only a few key fields, never all the raw data. We choose columns needed for specific reports, like gender, monthly charges, and churn. This way, we protect privacy and focus on the requested insights only. Running the cell now. Let us open the limited column export so we can quickly review the focus report. Multi-sheet Excel reports are powerful for team delivery. We create an Excel workbook where each sheet holds different parts of the analysis. The first sheet presents the customer summary. The second sheet contains regional NPS metrics. Running the cell now. Let us check our multi-sheet Excel report to ensure all the results are in the correct tabs. Try customizing your sheets with more tabs for deeper insights. Raw text data must be exported cleanly for further qualitative analysis. We construct a small feedback dataset with open-ended customer comments. Exporting these comments allows deeper text analytics by CX teams. Running the cell now. Now let us quickly check that our customer feedback is saved for text analysis. Marketers need to export campaign performance tables for presentations. We load the real bank marketing campaign dataset from OpenML. We rename the columns for readability. Finally, we export the campaign records to Excel for review and visualization. Running the cell now. Let us check our full campaign export in Excel for further analysis. Tip: clean column names before exporting for easy client use. Rushed analysts sometimes misspell field names, causing failed groupings. We introduce a typo in the Group B to simulate a common export error. The exception output helps us pinpoint the typo before export. Running the cell now. The output shows an error due to a misspelled column name, gendre instead of agenda. This highlights the importance of using exact field names when grouping data, as even small typos can prevent calculations like average charges from running. Carefully checking column names ensures accurate, export-ready summaries in your analysis. Always double-check your Group B fields match exact column labels. Averages alone can mislead with customer scales like NPS. We calculate the proportion of promoters defined as NPS 9 or 10. Printing the percentage is more business meaningful than just the average. Running the cell now. This output shows the percentage of respondents who scored 9 or 10 on the NPS scale, correctly capturing promoters as a proportion rather than a mean score. Notice the use of .mean on a Boolean condition, which calculates the fraction of true values, here, 16%. This highlights the importance of selecting the right aggregation method to avoid misinterpreting Likert or NPS scales when preparing data for export. Tip: define and explain every scoring threshold in your export. Cross-tabulation is a classic reporting pattern for segmentation. We compute a crosstab table of churn counts by gender. Printing results lets us review key groups before export. We export this table so product and marketing managers can see gender churn patterns. Running the cell now. This output shows a cross-tabulation of churn status by gender, with counts for each group clearly separated. Notice the balanced sample sizes between females and males and the numbers of churned versus retained customers, which ensures reliable segment comparisons. Exporting this tidy, labeled table helps prevent misinterpretation and supports accurate reporting in market analysis. Now let us view the churn segmentation by gender to guide targeted retention strategies. Monthly trend reports are key for customer growth reviews. We generate a cohort dataset to analyze monthly onboardings. Each row shows active users for a sign-up month. Group by month and sum up active users. Export the monthly trend for visualization and stakeholder discussion. Preview the resulting table. Running the cell now. Here, the output shows the total active users grouped by each sign-up month over a 2-year period. Notice how the summarized active_users column reflects monthly trends, which is key for understanding customer growth patterns before exporting. This aggregation step helps ensure the exported CSV includes clean, meaningful summary data rather than raw or incomplete records. Open the monthly trend CSV and look for signs of growth or decline. Executives want not just raw numbers, but clear, concise guidance. We calculate the business metric, average monthly charge. We calculate absolute churn rate for all customers. We write a short insight and recommendation for business action. Export the insight and recommendation in a text file. Print for instant review. Running the cell now. This output summarizes key metrics calculated from the survey data, the average monthly charge and the churn rate, highlighting important insights for business action. Notice how the code extracts meaningful numbers from the data, formats them clearly, and generates a concise recommendation, demonstrating the value of correctly processing and exporting clean, precise results for decision-making. This ensures the report is both understandable and actionable, which is essential when sharing findings from complex datasets. Let us open the final Business Insight report to ensure our message is clear and actionable. Try describing the insight for a new audience. How would you rephrase the recommendation? Recap: best reporting practices in market research. Check input data for missing and duplicate rows before export. Use descriptive file names and include dates or versions as needed. Choose export formats by stakeholder, CSV for analysts, Excel for managers, text for quick sharing. Add business context to every number, percentages, totals, and groupings matter. Document every assumption and transformation for auditability. Keep exported tables and figures consistent with report wording. Running the cell now. Next steps and practice. Try exporting summary tables for at least 2 different segments. Practice exporting both quantitative and qualitative insights. Watch our video guide on automating customer analytics reports on YouTube. Running the cell now.